Hey everyone, this is my 1 month follow-up to the Cerakote Rapid Ceramic Wheel Sealant. So I put this on all four of my wheels right at a month ago, like 29 days. Since then, I've washed the car once, so the last wash was about 2 weeks ago. And my interest in this product really came from wanting to find something that I could apply to the wheels that would last a decent amount of time, right? Like I don't need it to last 6 months or a year or something like that. If it's affordable, right? This product is pretty inexpensive. It's easy enough to apply. So even if it only lasts like 2 or 3 months, that is good enough for me. And so that's really what I'm seeking to test. The other part of this, right, is does it help the wheels actually stay cleaner longer? So this is my 2024 Volkswagen Golf R. If you're at all familiar with these cars or know anybody that has one, brake dust is always a complaint, right? So these big performance brakes, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the rotor material or the pad material or something about the wheels, but the brake dust that these things give off is really kind of crazy. Worse than any other car I've ever owned by a long shot, right? So anyway, getting back to the wheel sealant, like I said, I put this on a month ago. You can watch my other video on it. It does go on really, really easily. Obviously, you want to apply it to clean, dry, cool wheels. But the application process was as simple as it gets. Honestly, even easier, even better than I expected. So that's a good thing right off the bat. But how has it held up over the past month? So I've driven almost 1,000 miles, about 950 miles. I've washed the car once. When I washed it 2 weeks ago, I noticed right away what I was hoping to see was that it was much easier to clean the wheels. And so that's what I'm going to try and demonstrate for you guys here today. Before I get started, I'll also say that this wheel, I think most of you would say it looks pretty darn clean, right? I can tell that it's dirty. There's a little bit of a better shot right there. I can tell that it's dirty, but I think most people would say this is a decently clean wheel. That's actually really promising for this Cerakote product because normally 2 weeks, the dirt and dust buildup would be a lot more obvious, especially with the rain and stuff that we've had here where I live recently. It's wintertime, it doesn't really freeze here, so there's not a lot of salt and stuff on the roads or anything like that. But it's just a dirtier time of year to be driving anyway. And so I'm really encouraged by how clean-ish these wheels have stayed for the past 2 weeks. This is not bad based off of my experience. So let's get to the cleaning. And what I want to demonstrate for you guys is just how simple this is, right? So before applying this product, right, and even with other wheel sealants that I've used, I've always had to break out the heavy chemicals, right? The Adams wheel and tire, the other stuff to really get this these wheels clean. I've got all kinds of brushes and things that I've tried over the years to make wheel cleaning easier. Some stuff works, some stuff doesn't, right? But the thing that bothers me is I'm always having to bust out those heavy chemicals, right? And as you know, right, if you're a detailer, you know that wheel cleaner is a lot of times one of the most expensive, chemicals you can buy, right? It's like one step below an iron remover. And it's not great for the environment, right? Like I think about that sometimes, right? Like everything we use to wash our car goes down to the drain, it goes into the lakes and rivers and stuff like that, right? And so we want to be using as little of that stuff as possible, right? Even especially the acidic stuff, like we know that stuff like is dangerous and harmful. We don't want to get it on our skin, right? But yet we're okay, washing it down the drain into our water supply. So anyway, I have been looking for products that allow me to clean the wheels easier, save time, right? But also use less products, less harmful products, things like that. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to show you just how easy this is with the Cerakote wheel sealant installed. I have a spray bottle here, a electric pump sprayer filled with just O&R solution, 256 to 1. So I'm going to start with a little pre-soak. That's all I need right there. And then right here next to me off camera, I have a bucket of O&R. I have a microfiber glove on, which I'll show you what I like about that in a second, but I also have a chenille wash pad. So this is not something you'll find as a car detailing product. This is actually a product that's meant for your body. It's super soft. I would have, if it were brand new, I would have no problems like rubbing this on my face, my body, wherever, right? It is super soft, really absorbent. And the best part is it's really cheap, right? So, yes, it's washable, but once you're done with it, you know, once it's kind of reached at the end of life, you just throw it in the trash and you don't have any, you know, thoughts about how much you spent on it, you know? I only use these for wheels. So here we go. I'm gonna show you guys how simple this is. Look. So a detailing trick my dad taught me is you start at top dead center, you start at 12 o'clock, right? And you just work your way around. Okay, now we're gonna go around the tire a couple of times, clean that tire surface, right? I'm gonna dunk my little wash pad here one more time, give it a good squeeze, and we'll come back and we'll just kind of clean these faces here real quick. Boom. Get that center. And then, the reason I wear this microfiber glove, so if I were using harsh chemicals, I would have a rubber glove underneath this. But since I'm just using O&R, I'm okay, right? With my hands being a little exposed. I'm not gonna sit here and do this all day, right? I'm just getting in there behind the spokes, cleaning those little gaps right there. Boom, coming in, getting that gap, getting that gap. And that's all I'm gonna do right now, guys. I mean, I do have a separate tool where I would get in there and clean the wheel barrel a little bit. But that wheel barrel isn't even coated with the Cerakote, right? So it's gonna be a little more difficult. I do plan on doing like a wheels off detail at some point, but I didn't do that for this. I really just wanted to test it on the face of the wheel. But real quick, just to show you, that's a clean wheel. That's a clean wheel, right? Really didn't take much effort from me at all, right? Yeah, I missed a few spots, so sue me. But I'm really happy with that. I mean, I just cleaned that wheel in a few seconds, right? And all I've got to do now is just take a microfiber and do a quick dry, and it's done. You know, apply some tire dressing here in a few minutes, and we're good to go. So overall, really happy with the Cerakote product. Like I said, 1 month in, it's holding up. It's not like a crazy water beating product. I mean, you can kind of see the water, you know, like beating up on the surface a little bit, but you're not going to see like true water beads on a wheel. There's just too many angles and surfaces and things like that. Not on these wheels anyway. But anyway, happy with this. Gonna keep testing it. I'm gonna do another test at 2 months, and we'll see how it's holding up. So anyway, hope this was useful. Hope this was helpful. I have not really seen any other videos or anything on this. If you've tried this out, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye.